Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, November the 20th. A couple of Canucks news items as the Canucks are in Philadelphia to prepare for their game against the Flyers tomorrow night that kicks off their 6-game road trip. Number one, forward Anton Rodin is done with the team. He was placed on waivers today with the purposes of releasing him from his contract, and it became obvious that he wasn't in the Canucks' plans. He wasn't in Canucks' vision, either short-term or definitely long-term. He hasn't played with the team this year. He's only played 7 of Utica's games this season. That's only 1 out of every 2 or 3 games down there. And last season, after a strong preseason, he suffered that knee injury, and he never really found his groove last year, only getting into a handful of games. So it's unfortunate that we never got to see his full potential. We didn't get to see him really develop any chemistry with guys like the Sedins or Horvat or Berchi. But it is what it is, so to speak, and he's going back to Sweden, likely to play for the Swedish Elite League. So we hope that he rejuvenates his career there, that he does well there, and we wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. Well, that sounds so crass, but it's true. We wish him luck, and again, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to see him do more with the Canucks here. Number 2, Patrick Wiercott has been sent down to Utica, while Philip Holm has been brought up. The timing, this whole decision is kind of interesting, especially with Chris Tanev and Troy Stecher almost basically just about ready to return from their respective injuries. At practice this morning, the Canucks went with the same 6 D-men that have been playing the last few games. That's Edler with Pouliot, Del Zotto with Biega, and then Hutton and Gudbranson. So I don't know if Philip Holm's going to crack that lineup, if he's going to play on this road trip, given that Chris Tanev and Troy Stecher are so close to returning. So it's either one of two things why Philip Holm is up here. Either, number one, they are going to get him to a game, and likely at the expense of Biega, or number 2, they just want him to get some experience traveling, practicing with the team, with the pro team, as opposed to the Utica team. Because I don't see him getting in the lineup instead of any of those 6 guys. And with Tanev and Stecher coming back, you're looking likely at Biega and then Pouliot coming out. And then you're looking at Philip Holm being sent back down to Utica just within a few days of being brought up. So we'll see what happens. One thing Philip Holm can do, though, is score and create offense. And he has 10 points for Utica this season. And the Canucks, you may be aware, they only have 3 goals, 3 of their 51 goals this season. And even 51 goals out of 20 games isn't much, but only 3 of those 51 goals are from Canucks D-men. 2 are from Chris Tanev, who's actually missed the last 5 games, and 1 from Michael Del Zotto. That's only 3 goals. Contrast that to other teams, other players in the league. There are 14 defensemen who have 4 goals or more. So there's 14, not 14 teams, 14 individual defensemen that have more goals than the Canucks. There's another 16 defensemen that have 3 goals for the season already. So 14 plus 16, that's 30 defensemen throughout the NHL that have at least the same number of goals as the entire Canucks defensive core. That's obviously not good. If the teams aren't threatened by the Canucks D-men, they can actually sag off. They don't have to worry so much about clogging shooting lanes or blocking shots or putting pressure. They can actually sag off and then concentrate more on the down low and covering the forwards. And then it's like a vicious cycle or circle. Then the defensemen are going to have even more trouble scoring. Now the forwards won't be producing as much. So somehow, some way, the Canucks need to create more offense from their D. Is Philip Holm the answer? I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to get into a game, but we shall soon see. Lastly, I wanted to give a shout out. I don't know if you saw it. Chance the Rapper, the very prolific and famous R&B rapper and hip hop artist from the States. He hosted Saturday Night Live, not just as the musical guest, but as the main host. And there's one he did a great job, but there's one particular sketch that was very funny. And Chance the Rapper was portraying a beat writer or a beat reporter, Nick's beat reporter that had to cover a New York Rangers game at Madison Square Garden. I won't go through the whole skit here, but he showed his masterful comedic timing, some really great one-liners, some catchphrases that may catch on in the hockey world. That's how we hockey, and stuff like that. So I'm going to put the link down below. If you have a few minutes, check it out. The skit went just the right amount of time. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short, and it really showed Chance's personality. And there are a few hockey cliches in there that hockey fans would appreciate. A couple name drops in there. So check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description. Would love to hear what you think. If you haven't seen it already, you might have to poke around a little bit to get around YouTube's guidelines of showing videos, Saturday Night Live videos in Canada. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's a wonderful sketch to watch. Okay, Canucks fans, that's enough for me today. What do you think of Anton Rodin? Are you disappointed we didn't get to see more of him or from him? What do you think of this Philip Holm call-up? Is it going to make a difference at all? What do you think of the Canucks' offensive woes from their D-men? And did you get a chance to see Saturday Night Live, and in particular, Chance the Rapper portraying that New York Rangers reporter? We'd love to hear what you think. Put a comment below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Have a great day. No games tonight. We can wait until tomorrow, where the Canucks will take on the Flyers tomorrow night in Philadelphia. God bless, and go Canucks go.